Hi there and welcome to Info World. Today's video is about 10 dangerous weapons. Some of these were used in the World Wars. Without further wasting any time, let's get started. The most dangerous weapon is Tsar Bomba. The Tsar Bomba, codenamed Ivan or Vanya, also known by the alphanumerical designation AN-602, was a thermonuclear aerial bomb and the most powerful nuclear weapon ever created and tested. Overall, the Soviet physicist Andrei Sakharov oversaw the project at Arzamas-16. It is a thermonuclear bomb. It was designed Yuliy Karatin and 4 more people in Soviet Union. 1 operational and 2 prototypes of this bomb were built. It weighs about 27,000 kilograms with a length of 8 meters. It has a barometric sensor as detonation mechanism with a blast yield of 50 to 58 megatons of TNT. Tested on the 30th of October 1961, the test verified new design principles for high-yield thermonuclear charges. The bomb was dropped by parachute from a Tu-95V aircraft and detonated autonomously 4,000 meters above the Cape Sukhoi Nos of Severny Island, Novaya Zemlya. On number 2 is MIRV. A multiple independently targetable reentry vehicle is an exoatmospheric ballistic missile payload containing several warheads, each capable of being aimed to hit a different target. The concept is almost invariably associated with intercontinental ballistic missiles carrying thermonuclear warheads, even if not strictly being limited to them. By contrast, a unitary warhead is a single warhead on a single missile. An intermediate case is the multiple reentry vehicle missile, which carries several warheads, which are dispersed but not individually aimed. The first true MIRV design was the Minuteman III, first successfully tested in 1968. The Minuteman III held 3 smaller W-62 warheads of about 170 kilotons of TNT each in place of the single 1.2 megatons of TNT W-56 used in the earlier versions of this missile. Coming up next is ICBM. An intercontinental ballistic missile is a ballistic missile with a range greater than 5,500 kilometers, primarily designed for nuclear weapons delivery. Conventional, chemical, and biological weapons can also be delivered with varying effectiveness, but have never been deployed on ICBMs. Most modern designs support multiple independently targetable reentry vehicles. Early ICBMs had limited precision, which made them suitable for use only against the largest targets, such as cities. They were seen as a safe basing option, one that would keep the deterrent force close to home where it would be difficult to attack. Attacks against military targets still demanded the use of a more precise, manned bomber. Up next is Russia's aviation thermobaric bomb of increased power. Aviation thermobaric bomb of increased power, nicknamed father of all bombs, is a Russian-designed, bomber-delivered thermobaric weapon. The bomb is reportedly similar to the U.S. military's GBU-43B massive ordnance air blast, which is often unofficially called mother of all bombs, derived from its official military acronym MOAB. This weapon would therefore be the most powerful conventional weapon in the world. FOAB was successfully field tested in the late evening of the 11th of September 2007. The new weapon is to replace several smaller types of nuclear bombs in the Russian arsenal. After filling high explosive and fine aluminum powder in ethylene oxide mix, its mass becomes 7,100 kilograms, which can give us a blast yield of 44 tons TNT. On number 5 is Chimera virus. A chimera or chimeric virus is a virus that contains genetic material derived from 2 or more distinct viruses. It is defined by the Center for Veterinary Biologics as a new hybrid microorganism created by joining nucleic acid fragments from 2 or more different microorganisms, in which each of at least 2 of the fragments contain essential genes necessary for replication. The term genetic chimera had already been defined to mean an individual organism whose body contains cell populations from different zygotes, or an organism that developed from portions of different embryos. Chimeric flaviviruses have been created in an attempt to make novel live attenuated vaccines. Coming up is Nimitz-class aircraft carrier. The Nimitz-class is a class of 10 nuclear-powered aircraft carriers in service with the United States Navy. The lead ship of the class is named after World War II United States Pacific Fleet Commander Fleet Admiral Chester W. Nimitz, who was the last living U.S. Navy officer to hold the rank. Its overall length is 332.8 meters. Its propulsion system consists of 2 Westinghouse A4W nuclear reactors, 4 steam turbines, 4 shafts producing 260,000 shaft horsepower. Its speed can exceed 30 knots. It can travel unlimited distance for 20 to 25 years. It has a crew of 5,000 to 5,200. It has a SPS 495 2D air search radar and an SPQ-9B target acquisition radar, comprising of a SLQ-32A4 countermeasures suite and SLQ-25A Nixie torpedo countermeasure. This floating fortress can carry 2 to 3 Mk-29 guided missile launching systems, 8 RIM-162 ESSM or RIM-7C Sparrow missiles each, 3 to 4 Phalanx CIWS, 2 Mk-49 guided missile launching systems, 21 RIM 116 rolling airframe missiles each, Mk-38 25mm machine gun systems. It is protected by 2.5 inches Kevlar over vital spaces. Its aircraft carrying capacity ranges from 85 to 90 fixed wing and helicopters. After a journey through the sea, here comes Schwerer Gustav. Schwerer Gustav was a German 80cm railway gun. It was developed in the late 1930s by Krupp and Rugenwalde as siege artillery for the explicit purpose of destroying the main forts of the French Maginot Line, the strongest fortifications in existence at the time. The fully assembled gun weighed nearly 1,350 tons and could fire shells weighing 7 tons to a range of 47 kilometers. Its total length is 47.3 meters and barrel length is 32.5 meters. It needs 250 people to assemble the gun in 3 days, 2,500 soldiers to lay track and dig embankments, and 2 flak battalions to protect the gun from air attack. Its high explosive round can travel 47,000 meters with a muzzle velocity of 820 meters per second, whereas its armor-piercing round can reach 38,000 meters with the muzzle velocity of 720 meters per second. Coming up is Flamethrower. A flamethrower is a device that shoots a controllable stream of fire. It was originally developed for military use, but is now primarily used for industrial and agricultural purposes. The flamethrower works by pressurizing a fuel source, such as gasoline or propane, and mixing it with an oxidizer such as air to create a flammable mixture. This mixture is then expelled through a nozzle and ignited, creating a jet of fire. Flamethrowers were first used during World War I and were widely used in World War II. They have since been banned or regulated in many countries due to the potential for harm to people and the environment. On number 9 is DSR-50, the .50 calories sniper rifle. The DSR-50 is a bolt-action sniper rifle that is chambered for the .50 BMG cartridge, which stands for Browning machine gun. This cartridge is a large-caliber round that was developed for use in heavy machine guns and is known for its long-range accuracy and destructive power. The DSR-50 is a long-range rifle that is designed for both military and civilian use. It is commonly used by snipers, long-range shooters, and hunters. The rifle features a bullpup design, which places the action behind the trigger, allowing for a longer barrel in a compact package. It also has a high-quality optic and a bipod for stability during shooting. Due to the destructive power of the .50 BMG round, the use of this rifle is heavily regulated in many countries. Last but not least is RPG. The Soviet-made, rocket-propelled grenade launcher fires a rocket out of a tube. The launcher rests on the firer's shoulder. It consists of a rocket-propelled explosive warhead that is fired from a reusable launch tube. The RPG is designed to penetrate armor and damage or destroy tanks, armored vehicles, and other fortifications. The rocket is percussion-fired and the gases escape the nozzle at a high velocity. This causes the rocket to launch. Just as the rocket emerges from the tube, large fins spring out from the rocket. These fins, along with a motor on the rocket, allows the missile to travel a great distance. Often used as an anti-tank weapon, the Somalis used an RPG to down the Black Hawk. That's all for this video. See you soon.